Lay off. I've been busy, he tells him.
Bruce, will you please sit down so I can go back to counting cards? Edward says.
Harvey begins to deal, flashing a politician's smile. We're playing for the big pot. 1,700 and change up for grabs, he explains to Bruce. Bruce glances over at the empty seat, normally reserved for Selena.
Anyone heard from her lately? Edward asks.
Waylon shrugs. I got a postcard a couple months ago from Cairo, he tells them. The old group of friends sit and play for a while, swapping old stories and discussing current events. Finally, Bruce ups the ante and puts a party animal mask on the table, bringing gasps of surprise from his friends.
Where did you get that thing, man? Oswald asks,
leaning in to peer through the mask's dark eyes. I found it. I'm heading the repair crew at City Hall, Bruce tells them with a shrug. Edward leans over it, studying the machine work and electronics.
I see 4 different chips in the outer weave,
Edward tells them, explaining that it could act as a GPS and tell you where the party animals would attack next. He leans even closer, his eyes widened.
But these other chips, these are Premier, he says softly.
Edward glances at his friends as he lifts the mask.
I'll be borrowing this,
he says with a smile. Bruce glances at Oswald, and the conversation shifts to what the party animals could want in Gotham. The crew continues to play cards as Oswald notes that the gang doesn't seem to want anything. As far as I can tell, these guys just want to wreck the city, Oswald says before folding. Harvey thinks the whole thing is political, that everything Roman and the party animals are after is power and money. Harvey doesn't know much about the party animals, but he has heard that former Mayor Hill has been taking in a lot of money for his re-election campaign. This guy I know works for him, says Hill is riding high on some new purse he calls his golden chest. Harvey explains as the game ends. Later, Batman slips through the window of Hill's campaign office, moving smoothly through the shadows despite his size. He picks the lock to Hill's office and cracks his computer, searching through the files. Come on, where are you? He hisses in the darkness as he searches through the files. But then he comes across a folder labeled Arkham.